Hi, so I wanted to be very honest. I'm an artist, a writer, and a teacher and a translator. Okay, my actual job is I was a director of an English language institute for 8 years before my child was born, and then I had to close my business, and I have been unemployed ever since. Because of lockdowns and everything else. So I turned to writing, which I know I'd done for years as with fan fiction and poetry, music, and everything else. But so this whole debate's come up recently about AI translations that Kindle offer. Kindle offered it as a beta thing, and I tested it and I used it. I thought it was good to value content for artists that are of artists and authors that aren't able to fork out for services. I am also against AI, which is crazy, okay? But I know because I've lost all of my paid work as a translator. I do not have any paid work any longer unless the university gets in touch and asks me to do one and then a back translation to check continuity. But that is all done now by software. It has been done for quite some times before AI. All right, we've been struggling against this as translators for at least 10 years now. We had Google Translate before everything else, so and we really struggled with that when people didn't want to pay us for the translation, just wanted to pay us for like a correction, and it had all been done through Google Translate for free. So I understand the bias there, but the fact is it's happened, it's here, the software is available, and it's pretty decent, and it has put the job of translators pretty much out of service, as I know firsthand, and as I'm now earning about 27 cents a day through royalties of my books and my music for both things, and that's that can go. I can go 2 or 3 months without receiving anything. In the meantime, I'm a single mother, recently divorced, still paying for the divorce, and about to become homeless. So why I don't support AI for generative content at all. I think that it's great for sparking ideas. For those who are getting started, we shouldn't be gatekeeping any form of creativity. What I think we should be doing though is incentivizing that as a stepping stone, and not using it as a way to punish other people that are utilizing the tools that are available to them. At the end of the day, there are so many jobs that are becoming obsolete, and most of us are feeling that right now. But what can't become obsolete is the human aspect of that, right? So especially with the arts, especially with face to face. So I will still get like interpretation jobs now and again come through when it's face to face. I'll still get the odd thing for back checking to make sure that the translations are translating in both languages, and they translate back to the correct translation in the first language, because that's moderation. That's what we've done. That's what we've always done for years. Okay. There's nothing that I can do. There's nothing any of us can do. It's here. It's happened. But I don't like this, that people are being singled out, and authors and other people are being singled out for making uses of resources when they have been pushed into it. There's no way around it. If you've generated your own content, if you have created something, then I'll be honest, the last 10 years or so, before and well before AI was here for everyone, most of the stuff that was translated has been helped along with software or with reference material, which is all online based nowadays. So there's a very thin line between that. So I don't think we should be penalizing people for that, for using something that is freely available to everybody, and everybody is using it. And that's the thing. It's not, we might not like it, and it might not be perfect. It is taking jobs out of people's hands. But what about those that have created, and then they're going to fork out for services that somebody else is going to have for free? They're going to take it out of their own pocket For what reason? When it's most likely been done by AI anyway, for the services paid, for the majority, especially for indies. Most of the services available, you have no guarantee that the work has been done by a human, even if you've paid for it. So it's a bit of a lose-lose situation. Right now, there is a massive shift and collective awareness of the fact that most creation jobs, I'm not talking about like ideas, I'm talking about like the actual creation, the process of writing books, music, composition, art, even generation, script writing, God, everything's been impacted. And as I said, as a teacher, as an English teacher, I know, because so many, I've lost all my students, and the majority now that I was teaching, they are paying for these courses. It's like 60 real a month for unlimited classes, but it's all, most of the content there and the syllabus and the curriculum and everything's been generated by ChatGPT. I know that as a teacher, and I can spot it straight away. I can spot it in writing as well. So, but that's the difference. What the beta function of the Kindle Translate, yes, it is using artificial intelligence to do the translation, but the work created is original work. That's the only difference. It's the same as if you write a sentence into Google Translate and it will give you it in whatever language that you want. So it's just on a wider scale. And people have been using Google Translate. If you upload a document from Google Docs, you can translate the whole manuscript within seconds as well. And that's been around longer than AI, like the rest of the AI. So, you know, you can't police it. You can't police it. Even within the profession that I was in, I'm still officially a translator, but you can't police it anymore. So yeah, just because it's got Kindle Translate attached to it, I think it's a bit short-sighted to then punish the person that created the work or to judge them. Because if they'd uploaded their own, I actually uploaded my own translations from English to Brazilian Portuguese, and yeah, I was it actually did worse. So, and that's my job. So, what can you do? We've got to move away from this whole service rendered and value added to what we're doing. We have value as we are the humans that we are. Everything that we do holds value, but the value that we hold is what we feel, what we gain from it. Sadly, we haven't reached the mentality that that every single person in this world is entitled to the same value, however way that they approach something, using whatever tools or resources that they have available. Because that's not the world that we live in. We live in a world that's constantly measuring, comparing, and finding ways to diminish another person's work. And that's really, that's not on. It's not on. And what's the saying? An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. So I really don't think that the focus should be on tearing down authors or anyone that's using AI translations on their work. I think that the focus should really be on why is it that if everyone has access to these tools, why is then there no value attached to the work? And then why use the same people that are creating to attack each other? It's just going to make everyone suffer in the end. The whole purpose of having tools available is to improve the process is to allow access to all others. So then to gatekeep that is just, wow. It comes from a space of anger and resentment. And I should be resentful. I should be resentful that I no longer have a job because of AI. But I'm not. I can't be. Because it's going to happen to everything. And that's just what is that? That's a push to us as humans to look for new ways, more creative ways to go to the next level in whatever we're doing. Not to just bash on other people's work because we feel that we're more entitled to praise or whatever else. That's bollocks. Sorry. not sorry. We have to come together as community. And if we're too busy attacking each other as authors, as artists, as musicians, as whatever, because of the tools that we use. What is that expression? Like, a good workman doesn't blame his tools, something like that. Start seeing AI as a tool, not as a way to gatekeep. Yes, there is a lot of crap about, but I mean, come on, we've got discernment, right? Are we not all each entitled to our free will and to choose for ourselves what we enjoy and what we don't enjoy in our lives? We shouldn't have to be forcing that on other people, right? Just my 2 cents.